Hey, I just wanted to give a channel update, something I'm not 100% sure I've ever done before. I've been doing this for a while though, and I've deleted a lot of videos over the years, so if I have, it doesn't exist anymore, and it doesn't exist in my brain either. So welcome to my first ever channel update. I'm just gonna put my foot down and say that. I just wanted to give you guys an outline of things to come, and just kind of what to expect. And things maybe to not expect. I don't know. Let's start with parodies. That's a thing that we should start with. Probably don't expect any more of those. I made a lot of parodies, especially at the beginning of this channel. It's just not something I really do anymore. Just kind of fell out of it, I suppose. I am a creature of whimsy, though, and I just kind of always have just done things that I felt like doing, so I guess that's not to say that, you know, oh, I'm done with them forever, they'll never happen again. It's just looking very, very unlikely. That said, though, there is one parody I'm going to be assisting in the production of, which makes it sound much more fancy than it is. Those were just the words that came to my brain, though. There's one thing I'm going to be helping out with that will not be posted on this channel, but I'll probably do some pimping of it once it's finally ready to come out, because it's something I've been looking forward to for several years now. And if you're a fan of my older work, you've probably been looking forward to it too. And if you're not looking forward to it, you've probably just forgotten that you were looking forward to it, because it's a humdinger, I'll tell you what. So let's move on to Let's Play. So there's only a few more games that I was considering doing as like proper, well-produced Let's Plays, if you'd call what I do that. Things of like games that I know well enough and have practiced up on, and I'm like ready to like give a produced LP where it's like, oh, I know what I'm going to be doing and when. These are games I know well, and I know what how I want to present them. There's only 4 more games that fit that criteria for me. Not to say that there aren't other games I would love to play, just, things I feel like I'm well practiced and well versed in enough to do what I would like to do for Let's Play. The most immediate games are going to be Wario Land 4, which will be the next LP, and Ukulele, which I'm hoping I can get it up around April. I'm hoping I can gun for releasing it on the 1-year anniversary of Ukulele, because I'm that kind of person who likes to make things like weird and have meaning behind them for like absolutely no reason, but hey, that's just who I am. But something I was also considering doing was starting doing like blind Let's Plays slash things that maybe games I've played before, but it's not going to be a super like, oh, well produced, like, oh, I know what I'm doing when. Not to say that I'm just gonna like completely phone it in or anything, which is what it sounds like when I say, oh, it won't be well produced, but just kind of more chill, like a more chill environment, as opposed to me getting all weird and letting my performance anxiety take over, which is a big thing for some reason for me. Don't know why, but hey, whatever. If that's something that you'd be interested in, just let me know. Some games I was thinking of was like a Symphony of the Night, because I've never played Symphony of the Night, and I'm tired of hearing how good it is. I'm just gonna play the damn thing. Yakuza 0 was something I was considering. It's a very long game though. Another one I was considering. The first thing I had considered as my first like game in this vein was Okami HD. I haven't played Okami since it came out on the Wii, and I've been looking forward to replaying it, and I was like, oh, good, an HD version, why not? But that game's like 3 Zelda games in length. It's like 3 Zelda games all crammed into one, so maybe something a bit shorter would be a good first like experimental game for this experimental genre of Let's Play, of just a more calm, chill environment Let's Play. Not that I'm a big rowdy boy in my Let's Plays, but you guys, you know what I mean. So I think the game that I was considering is Drill Dozer. I've owned it on the Game Boy Advance for years, but I only played like maybe an hour of it when I bought it, and then never picked it up again. So it's something I've been interested in playing. Although if there's anything that you would be interested in me doing and seeing or playing for you to see, just use the YouTube comments, silly. And also, if this sounds like something you're not interested in, just let me know, because I don't want you guys going like, oh, hey, yeah, you should do that because you sound interested in it. Nah, if you're not interested in it, just let me know, and then I won't do it, and we'll save both of our times, I suppose. But if it does sound interesting, also let me know. there are also two new kinds of projects I'm interested in getting started on. One's game dev. I've talked about game dev a lot. I've just been kind of working on this same game design for the game design of one game for like 5 years now. Yikes. Just constantly like designing stuff, then going no, and then redesigning it. And honestly, I feel like it's gone through enough cyclical like redesigning process of, so it's like I feel the design I have is pretty solid and I want to get started on it, but you know, I'm a busy boy and I unfortunately make myself more busy by going, I want to do everything all the time, so I don't know if that's something that will take shape in any meaningful way this year. It's something I'm going to try and work towards. Maybe I'll have something to show later in the year. That'd be neat and cool. The other project is a completely new thing for me. It would have been novel several years ago when I had originally started considering doing it, but is like a tabletop roleplay show. There's a lot of them, especially now, but you know, like you got your adventure zones and your friends at the table who've been doing like these kinds of shows for years. But it seems like these kinds of shows have been popping up a lot recently. You know, everyone is playing D&D nowadays. It's super hot. But my friends and I have played tabletop games for several years now. And around 2 years ago, I was thinking, oh man, you know what? We should probably just start like recording our stuff, and that'd be super cool. So that's something I'm going to experiment with and see how it goes. I'm not sure if it will completely take shape. I have tons of ideas for campaigns and different game settings and game rules, different rules for different games. What do you call those? Oh man, different systems, game systems. That's the word I was looking for. I have a lot of different ideas, and I think it'd be fun, but I'm not entirely sure if it'll work out, because I'm not sure if the roleplay stuff will lose its magic for me in a recorded setting, because then like I mentioned earlier, my performance anxiety will kick in, and then it's like, oh, I have to, be in a position where I'm recording for, potentially several hours at a time. So I'm not sure if that'll shake out. I have some ideas for how to start it off. I'm going to try to test recording with some friends, see how it goes. If we're feeling it, we'll put it out. And if, we're not feeling it, but we make it through, not feeling it as in like, oh, this was fun, but I don't think this is for us, but I feel like what we recorded was good, I'll probably just put it out so you guys will know what you're missing out on our hot good times playing dice games. And if it just sucks and is bad, I'm just gonna nuke it from the earth, and then I'll just hope that you guys have forgotten about it by then. So there's that. There's one more point of business I want to talk about, and that's the decennial, I think that's the word, the decennial anniversary for this channel. I've been doing this for 10 years. Yikes. Oof. And to be completely honest, I have no idea what to do for the 10th anniversary. 5 years ago, when I hit my 5th anniversary, I did a remake of like my Phoenix Wright. Well, a remake is a very strong word. I did a new Phoenix Wright parody to completely just blast my old stuff into oblivion, and made just something I still actually feel pretty good about today, in terms of my parodies, which, my old Phoenix Wright stuff, yikes, I would, even thinking about it makes me upset. So, it's nice that, I have something that I made 5 years ago that I still like. And I don't know what I would do for this 10th year anniversary thing. Like, I don't want to make more Phoenix Wright parodies, because I've kind of gotten past that. Not to say I dislike Phoenix Wright or the Ace Attorney series, although I've kind of fallen out with it since like Shu Takumi, I think that's the dude's name, like the main design boy, kind of left. Like, I know he was involved with Great Ace Attorney, although I haven't really checked that out, even though there are translated playthroughs on the YouTubes. Never played Ace Investigations 2. I know that there's a fan translation, but just kind of fell out with the series. Last game I played was Professor Layton versus Ace Attorney, which I did enjoy that a lot, but I'm also a Professor Layton fan, so hey. But yeah, I have no idea what I would do, so I'd like to hear some ideas if there's a kind of video or something special I could do that you guys would enjoy. Otherwise, I might just make a channel retrospective and just kind of blab on and just kind of pat myself on the back for a couple minutes. which sounds kind of boring, but you know, maybe that's what we'll just end up doing. I don't know. So yes, I'd love to hear some ideas from you guys. And I said that was our last point of business, but there's something else I want to talk about. I'm considering changing the channel name. So there'd be like a channel name change, changing like my username on Twitter and wherever I can manage to change my username. More or less just because the Cardboard Lawyer name doesn't mean much to me. Like I said, you know, while I do enjoy Phoenix Wright, it's not like my most favorite thing in the world. And it's funny because I've kind of always felt that way. I've always enjoyed Phoenix Wright, and it was funny doing the abridged series. I met a lot of people who were huge fans of the series, and it was like, oh man, I probably shouldn't be doing this, huh? You know way more about this than I do. So I don't know, because Cardboard Lawyer, you know, obviously there's an Ace Attorney connection there, but even deeper, and you know, it's also not that deep of a connection. In Trials and Tribulations, Furio Tigre, I think that's the character's name, impersonates Phoenix because they have the same hair. With a Cardboard Lawyer badge, and that was the name where the name came from, Cardboard Lawyer. And while it's not a bad name, I'd kind of like to rebrand, I suppose. So this is just more or less a warning that could happen in the near future. I'll let you guys know if it does happen. Big posts everywhere going, no guys, I'm new, it's me, your hip new friend. So I'd also like to hear your guys' opinion on that, if you know, if I were to change that, if that would be devastating or whatever. But that's really all the points I had to talk about. This went on a bit longer than I was expecting it to. Well, it went on about as long as I expected it to. I hoped it had been a little bit shorter, but hey, kind of ramble and over-explain myself and then kind of get lost in my words. As you guys know, I am wont to do. Well, not that I'm not wont to do, it just happens. Damn. So that's all I got. Once again, like, hey, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions about the things I talked about. The 2 or 3 of you who actually will watch this video. Thank you so much for, you know, sticking with me and my bullshit. I hope you guys enjoy more of that hot quality bullshit that I'll be pumping out in the near future. Like I said earlier, Warriorland 4 is coming up soon. So hey, that's it.